Hello students, welcome to the second video of SAM Foundation. And in the first video, we have discussed about the basic trigonometric ratios, how they are formed. And those who have not seen the first video, better see that first video, then only you are going to understand the second video. Now in this session, we are going to learn how to apply those basic concepts in solving the questions. Now there are two ways. One way is that question by questions, I can tell you how they are solved. And the second, and this is a very good way, I can teach you all the possibilities how the questions can be framed. So if you learn all the possibilities, I'm sure you are going to solve any type of questions. So we'll be going in the second way. Okay. So let's, without wasting any time, we can start. As you all know that without a right angle triangle, trigonometry is not possible. Okay, so this is a right angle. Now we have six trigonometric ratios we have studied before, that is sine, cos and tan. These are main trigonometric ratios, and the reciprocal of sine, it is cosec. Reciprocal of cos is sec, and reciprocal of tan is cot. Okay. Now these trigonometrical ratios, they are not written alone. They are always associated with one of the acute angle of a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle, how many acute angles we have? We have this acute angle and we have this acute angle. So there are two acute angles in a right angle triangle. Now these six trigonometric ratios can be associated in two ways. All six trigonometric ratios, when they are associated with this acute angle, you get six values. And if the same trigonometric ratios, they are associated with this acute angle, you get the different six values. So altogether we get 12 values for the trigonometric ratios in a right angle triangle. Now from these 12 ratios values, only one value it is given to you. Now if one value is given to you, you have, if you know how to calculate the rest of the 11 trigonometric ratios, then you are going to solve every type of questions. So we'll take one example. Suppose cot A, it is given to you as 8 upon 15. Okay. So out of 12 ratios, cot A. Okay. Now cot A, one ratio is given. That means you have to find, you should learn how to find 11 ratios. If you know how to find the 11 ratios, you can solve any question. Now how to approach to the question, see the method. The very first thing what you have to see, which angle is associated to the trigonometric ratio. Now here we see that angle A is associated with this trigonometric ratios. So put the angle A down here. And if in the question it is given that the triangle is right angle at B, so you have to put the B here. And if it is given it is right angle at C, then you have to put C here. And if it is not given anything, you can put in any way. You can put like ABC, or you can put like ABC. No matter. If it is not given, you can put it in your way. Now, after giving the names to the vertices, now see which angle is associated here with the trigonometric ratio, angle A. And this is the very important trick what you have to remember. Whatever angle it is associated with the trigonometric ratio, it will always be made up of hypotenuse and base. This is the criteria how we decide the perpendicular base and hypotenuse of a right angle. This you have to learn, because sometimes the acute angle changes, the perpendicular and base changes. Here the criteria you are going to understand how perpendicular and bases changes. Now here we see that cot A is associated with this trigonometric ratio, angle A. So angle A, it will be made up of hypotenuse and base. Now see the angle A. Angle A, this is angle A. Okay. Now every angle, it is made up of two sides. Here angle A, it is made up of AC and AB. And here we have decided angle A will be made up of hypotenuse and base. Now how to differentiate between hypotenuse and base? For hypotenuse, it is very clear, the side which is opposite to the right angle triangle, it is always hypotenuse. So the side which is opposite to right angle, this is the right angle, it is opposite to this, it will be hypotenuse. Now this side and this side, they were involved in making angle A, so this side will be base, and obviously this side is left, that will be perpendicular. I hope you might have understood how to decide the criteria of hypotenuse, perpendicular and base. Hypotenuse is always fixed, only there is a criteria to decide perpendicular and base. Now after deciding this, all the sides, now let's write again what is given to you. Cot A, it is given to you 8 upon 15. Now you should know what is the ratio, cot ratio. It is the reverse of tan ratio. Tan is perpendicular upon base, so cot ratio will be base upon perpendicular. Now with this we conclude cot ratio is base upon perpendicular. So compare these two values. Base will be 8. Here you can write base, it is 8, and perpendicular it is 15. Perpendicular it is 15. With this we can write the values of two sides of a right angle triangle. But according to the definition, what is trigonometry? Trigonometry, it is the measurement of three sides of the right angle triangle. And here we are knowing only the two sides. So it is very essential, you have to find the value of the three sides before finding the value of the trigonometric ratios. So it's a right angle triangle, very easy concept. We can use Pythagoras theorem to find the value of the third side, that is hypotenuse. So we are applying Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square, that is perpendicular square plus base square. Perpendicular is 15, 15 square, and base is 8, so 8 square. If you square and add these two numbers, it is coming 289. So hypotenuse, it will be equals to square root of 289. So hypotenuse is coming 17. So you can write the measurement of hypotenuse as 17. Now we have calculated all the three values, all the values of the three sides. Now we are capable of writing the ratios. Now if we are associating the angle A with these all trigonometric ratios, the criteria, it is perpendicular is this, base is this, and hypotenuse is this. Now we are going to write the values. So sine A, cos A, tan A, and cosec A, sec A, and cot A. They are reciprocal of these values. Now see. Now sine A we know some people have. That is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So what is perpendicular? 15, and hypotenuse is 17. So its value will be 15 upon 17. Cos A, curly brown hair, base upon hypotenuse, base is 8 and hypotenuse is 17. Tan A, through proper brushing, that is perpendicular upon base, perpendicular is 15 and base is 8. Now these values are nothing but the reciprocal of these values. Opposite of sine cosec, it will be 17 upon 15, it will be 17 upon 8, and it will be 8 upon 15. So we got the 6 values of the trigonometric ratios when they are associated with this angle A. I have marked this angle A with the red marker so that you can understand. I have written with red. These all trigonometric ratios we have calculated with the reference to angle A. Okay. Now this another part. If we associated all these trigonometric ratios with angle C, which is also an acute angle, okay. Now same procedure we have to follow. Same procedure. Now see here angle A. We are considering angle A. So now we are considering angle C. So angle C we are considering. So angle C, it will be made up of hypotenuse and same criteria what we have took for angle A. Now here for angle C I am going to write with green marker so that you can understand. So angle C, it is made up of two sides, AC and BC. Okay, these two sides makes angle C. So these two sides will be, one will be hypotenuse and one will be base. So this hypotenuse, it is fixed. Again I'll write hypotenuse for. So what you see that hypotenuse, either you take angle A or angle C, hypotenuse is fixed. Now here this perpendicular will become base and this base will become perpendicular when you take the angle C with the trigonometric ratio. I hope you have understood what is the criteria. Now when you are writing the values for this ratio, we are going to consider this green marker, hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, when you write the values for this angle C. Now again sine, I write this all this trigonometric ratio first. Sine C is equals to cos C and tan C, and opposite is cosec C, and this is sec C, and this is cot C. Okay, now sine as usual perpendicular. Some people have perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now see the green perpendicular. Green perpendicular is this 8 perpendicular upon hypotenuse, 8 by 17. 8 by 17. Cos C. Cos C is curly brown here, base upon hypotenuse. Green base is 15. Hypotenuse is 17. Tan C is perpendicular upon base. Green perpendicular is this 8 upon 15. Now these are the will be the reverse of this. If it is 8 by 17, it will be 17 by 8, and if it is 15 by 17, it will be 17 by 15, and here 8 by 15, it will be 15 by 8. Okay. Now what is important here? This ratios and these ratio. 6 ratios this and 6 ratio this. In all you have 12 trigonometric ratio. Your question will be framed on the basis of these 12 trigonometric ratios. And if you know how to calculate these 12 trigonometric ratios, you can solve any question. Now see what type of questions you are going to solve. Now your questions can come, which are based on this set of questions, this set of ratios. It can come sine A, find the value of sine A minus sec A. Okay. So for sine A, you see the value here. Sine A is 15 by 17. Sine A is 15 by 17. And for sec A, it is 17 by 8. You solve these two fractions, you get the values. I'm not doing that subtraction. I know that everybody can do it. Now, you can get from this also. And suppose you get, find the value of tan C minus sin C. So what is tan C here? It is 8 by 15. And what is sin C? It is 8 by 17 minus 8 by 17. You can solve the values of these two fractions by subtracting them. So addition and subtraction, I don't think you will be finding it difficult. Only the criteria is you have to understand how these trigonometric ratios you can find. And if you are comfortable in finding all these 12 trigonometric ratios, I am sure you are going to solve any question. One more combination I am telling. Suppose question can come like this. Find the value of sine square A minus tan square C. So what we are going to do? First write the value of sine A from here. Sine A is 15 by 17. So 15 upon 17, and here it is square. So you square it. Here you have square it, and here it is tan square c. So tan c you are going to get it from here. That is 8 by 15, and here it is square. You square it. So now you square these two fractions, and you can do the calculation by subtracting them. So no problem. You can get this. Now it becomes very easy if you just understand how to solve these 12 trigonometric ratios. Once you are comfortable with these 12 trigonometric ratios, I am sure you are going to solve all the questions. Now I want that for just 1 or 2 minutes you just look at it, and if you want to copy something you can copy it. Then we'll move to the next question. Okay, welcome back. And I hope you must have gone through all the concepts. Now one more questions I want to tell you. You are given that cos A is equals to cos B. This is given to you in the questions. And you have to prove that angle A is equals to angle B. Now, if cos A and cos B, what you see here, angle A and angle B, they are associated with the trigonometric ratios. So, I am sure they are going to be acute angles. So, first draw a right angle triangle. So, by seeing this, you can understand cos A is equals to cos B. That means the triangle is right angle at C. So you have to put A and B here because they are associated with trigonometric ratios. They will be acute angle. Put C here. Okay. And it is given to you that cos A and cos B, they are equal. You have to prove this angle A is equals to angle B. Now first let's take cos A. We have to find the value of cos A. We are associating this angle with A. So cos A, so base will be what? If you associate cos A, this angle we are associating. So for cos A, base will be this and hypotenuse will be this and perpendicular will be this. Now what is the cos ratio? That is base upon hypotenuse. Base is what? AC. Base is AC and hypotenuse is AB. Let us consider this as first equation. Okay. Now consider cos B. Now for cos B I am writing with green pen so that you can understand. The criteria is that only it will be made up of hypotenuse and perpendicular. Only the perpendicular and base changes. For cos, hypotenuse will be same. This will be base and this will be perpendicular. Now cos B, if you want to write the value, that will be base upon hypotenuse. So for B, base is BC and hypotenuse is AB. This is the second equation. Now, if you see in the starting of the question, the ratio cos A and cos B are given equal. So, we can equate these two ratios. So, we can write like this: AC upon AB, it is equals to BC upon AB. So, we can cancel AB, AB. Finally, we get AC, it is equals to BC. Now, see in this triangle, AC and BC. AC this side and this side. We got both the sides equal. Now if two sides of a triangle are equal, you know that it's an isosceles triangle, and there is a property of isosceles triangle that the angles which are opposite to the equal sides, they are also equal. Now see these two sides, the opposite to BC sides. BC side is this, opposite to BC side is angle A, and opposite to AC side it is angle B. So you can write this reason: angles opposite to equal sides of triangle are equal. So this was another tricky question, what you can do it. So now this brings us to the end of this session. And again, I want to remind you, if you find this video useful, you can like, subscribe, and you can forward this link to your friends. And in the next video, we are going to study the new set of concepts and its application. Thank you.